So the name is Eric Dieterich, Ericdieterich. Oh man, there's a ton. So it ranges from some of your basic stuff, your simple maintenance, where it could be undoing a couple bolts, this, that, and the other thing, you're done in a half hour, 20 minutes, all the way to full rebuilds of different components, is to where it's a couple days worth of work just to get that done. So it can range and anything in between. Yeah, so it kind of all depends on what we have and also what the kids want to do, right? So we get cars donated periodically throughout the year from people in the community. And sometimes we get cool cars. Sometimes the kids have cool ideas with things that they want to do. And depending on the scope of the project, sometimes it's a semester, sometimes it's a full year. We've had certain projects go for 2-3 years as well, depending on just how in depth we want to go with everything. Probably the biggest thing that we fight with is just stuff not wanting to come off, whether it be nuts, bolts, whatever it may be. Especially when we get into some of the custom work that we like doing. You really need to take your time with measuring and the fabricating of everything to make sure that it all fits and goes together. We've made custom bumpers for cars before. Fabricating custom motor mounts, all sorts of different stuff to make the parts fit together. Kind of the low-hanging fruit is you learn how to do a lot of this stuff yourself. And if you're able to change oil yourself, do a brake job yourself, you're able to save a lot of money and a lot of time. But I think even if you have no intentions of ever working on your own car again afterwards, you're armed with the knowledge. So if you do take your car into a shop or into a dealership, you know what you're talking about, right? You know if they're charging you a fair price, if they're ripping you off, right? And so that's something that we focus on as well, is how you price out these jobs, talking through the invoice that you might get from a dealership or an independent shop. I have 6 cars at home, 5 of them race cars that I work on every single day. So yeah, if I'm not here teaching kids how to work on cars, I'm at home working on my own cars. So I'm using what I teach every single day. Favorite car that I've ever worked on? It would probably have to be my 2011 Ford Fiesta. It's one of my race and rally cars. And just because it's been a huge labor of love, I've sunk hundreds and hundreds of hours into it. And it's come so far from where I originally purchased it. So it's, yeah, really, really satisfying. Even just looking at it in the garage and knowing how much work went into getting it to where it is today.